Healy, born on a farm in Ohio in 1936, spent the majority of her early life working on the farm, riding on old plow horses as they walked up and down the fields, getting them ready for planting. She later received her degree in law enforcement and served as a federal law enforcement officer for 30 years in Washington, Oregon, Idaho, and Alaska. During this time, she developed a program called Woman Alert. This program trained female employees at federal agencies simple breakaway holds to use in cases of attack. She has continued to help train 500 young girls at the American Legion Girls State Conference. Her work earned her the Distinguished Service Award. She also received the Vision Award for the creation of Adopt a Cop program, which is in which uniformed officers spend time at government daycare facilities. Healy married a Navy sailor who served during the Korean conflict, with whom she had 4 children. She now lives in Tacoma, Washington. Please welcome RPCV Fredaline Healy.
Hello, it's my pleasure to be here, certainly. And if you ever want to ask me if I'll do this great idea thing again, you're nuts. In fact, when they informed me, I said, what great idea are they talking about? I totally forgot. So you're lucky that Dave reminded me what it was. And it is about the Maranga Tree. And you know, that tree is called the Tree of Life. And it's also called the Miracle Tree. And when you study about that tree, you find out that that particular tree was on earth even before Noah and the great flood. And they think that that's the reason the people lived so long, because they didn't eat meat at that particular time. They got a lot of their nutrition from this particular tree. And this is what it looked like when it grows up. What'd I do? I'm not doing nothing now. But you will notice that the tree, I planted a number of trees. I helped the children plant over 400. But when you do the tree, and I planted them in June, and by December, they were 12 feet tall. Now, like in cultivar, there's some hospitals there that they'll plant the seeds all around the hospital. And then when they get up about this tall, they'll go ahead and cut it. And so it becomes a bush. And that way they can get all the leaves.
My name is Dan, and I'm
off of the trees. So the use of this tree will be the leaves, the bark, and the seed, and you can use, and the root. Now, I'm scared to do this. There we go. Oh, good, thank you. I got this for it. listen, my daughter. Now, I was told about the Moringa Tree by Martha and Randy Barnwell, and they were Christian missionaries who had been in Mali over 25 years. And I found out that they were only 10 miles away from me. And so I would go visit them and go to church every Sunday, 8 o'clock in the morning, because it's too hot after that. And they said I could come and take a shower. That sounded good because it used to be 1 bucket of water every day, and a shower sounded good. And then they'd feed me after church. That was real food, like American food. And I could become a believer, like that. And they said, what are you doing out there? And I said, oh, Peace Corps told me to just get to know the people. I'm not doing too much. And as you found out, I was in law enforcement, and you bet I wasn't telling anybody what I did. So I become an agriculture technician. Now, I thought that was a good title, but I didn't know what the heck I was going to do. And they said, why don't you come to our backyard and we'll look at the Moringa Tree, and you can take all the seeds you want from the backyard, come and get all you want, and you can take them to the schools and have classes with the children, and they'll take it home. I thought that was a great idea. Good idea. So that's what I did. I would I'd gather all these seeds in my pockets after church. and then I would go find the schools. And I'd tell the teacher what my idea was, and they always knew a little bit of English, so we got along. And I said, now, if you'll get me my dirt and some manure, so that when I get there, it's all ready. And so this one school, I had to ride a bus, and I got there, and I seen the dirt, but I didn't see any manure or anything. And then I looked up, and here comes 100 kids, and they were all carrying cow pies. And they've been carrying them all day. I said, oh, this is wonderful. Come on, let's get this all mixed up. Oh, geez. Whoop, let me go back. Whoop. There we go. Look at that. Isn't that amazing? That's amazing. The vitamins and the nutrition that comes from this little tree. It's awesome, really. And if we can just get everybody, 400 trees, I got planted. And the young boy whose his father and mother were our house mother, but the little 14-year-old boy, he was assigned to me, and he loved me, and I really loved him. He was just a sweetheart, and he likes to write to me now, and he said, I go to your compound where you used to live, and I look at your trees, and I weep. But he's looking at the Maranga trees. And so I learned a couple things about not making a fruit pie. They told me, when you get there, you have to go to these classes so you don't make any fruit pies. Okay, I figure out which are. Number one, when you sit on the ground and your big pot of food, which is millet, morning, noon, and night, and you dump it in okra. Now you sit around, right hand only, right hand only, not the left hand, because the left hand, you know, is to wipe your behind. So we were just laughing and having a great time, and I was feeling right comfortable, and we were having a good time that night until I forgot, and my left hand, and they all got up and left. And I sure wanted the rest of that food. I didn't care. That was my first food bar. First and last. But you will notice, isn't that just awesome? I noticed that in the vitamin A, the carrots, let's see. A lot of people in Mali have river blindness. And you'll see these little girls with a stick, and they'd be walking around, and the old men or the people who were blind had the other end of the stick, and they'd be walking. And I just was hoping that somehow along the line they could get involved in the Maranga. My time is now coming short, and it's a promise to Dave, who's been a blessing. But every time he emails in big words, 30 minutes only, or 20 minutes only, I said, I'm a 2-hour girl. And now I gotta cut it short. I want to thank Dave and all the people here in Tennessee. It's just been awesome being here. When it's all over with, I have 6 trees. And anybody who would like to have a tree, I'll have them out on the stage, and you're welcome to have them. I will remember with sadness when I left, because I loved those little children. At the very beginning, when they first seen me, they, number one, had never seen anybody white. And they had never seen anybody 67 years old. Because they all die off about 49. I came in on a bicycle. The women are not allowed bicycles. They walk. The men can have bicycles. I came in on a bike, and I had bleached blonde hair. And I was white. And they just looked at me. The little tiny ones would scream. It was like a ghost had arrived.